Okay, so we're gonna start with a chain of 20, and that's just enough for it to wrap around my palm kind of tightly, because this does have some stretch to it, so tighter is better. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a chain of 20, or you know, whatever even number. You want it to be even. Whatever even number fits around the top of your palm. So that's 20. And now we're gonna make this into a loop. So you want it to look like kind of like a braid. Like you notice like the back side, it has those weird little bumps on the back. So you want it to be completely straightened out. Sometimes it like twirls around. So in the front. And then we're just gonna kind of flip it around and connect the end to the very first stitch. Again, making sure that the braided part is facing outward. So I'm gonna go into that first stitch, the top loop, grab that yarn, pull through, and now I'm going to chain 4. I'm gonna skip, this was this first stitch, this one's the second, so skip the second one, go into the third with a double crochet, like that. Then we're going to chain 1 again, skip that stitch, go into this one with a double crochet, and you're going to repeat this pattern to make it kind of like grid pattern. So we'll do a double crochet, chain, and skip this stitch, double crochet, chain, skip this stitch. So let's do a chain, skip that stitch, and a double crochet. So you're going to start seeing this like grid pattern. One thing that's easy to forget is the little chain there, so just make sure you're doing that every time. And yeah, you can just go around and complete this row. And then our next row is going to be different, because the next row we're going to put in a little hole for our thumb. So that one's going to be a little different. It is looking a little small right now, but it still fits. Like that fits my hand pretty well. So I don't know why it looks so tiny, but yeah. Okay, so that was my last double crochet. I'm gonna do another chain 1. And I'm gonna skip that stitch. And now looking at our chain 4. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that fourth one is basically like with the gap. So I'm gonna go to that third stitch, which is this one. I'm gonna pull through, and I'm done with my first row. So now I'm gonna do the second row. So this time we're gonna start with a chain 6, because we're basically just gonna skip this double crochet so that our thumb can kind of pop out here. So we're gonna do chain 6, and then we're gonna do a double crochet on top of this like second column here. Not this one, but this next one. So a double crochet into there. So that's the hole that our thumb will stick out of. And now the pattern is basically exactly the same. You can go for as long as you want, however long you want your glove to be. There's really no like set limit. And I'm just gonna go all the way around. Oopsies. And finish it. I'll show you guys how to do the end one more time, because I think that can be a little confusing. All right, so this time for the end is a little different because we have 6 of these chains, but same as last time, we're just gonna go into the third one. So we had 1, 2, and 3. So go through both loops of that third one, pull through, and yeah. Oh, I forgot to do a chain 1. See, it's always easy to forget. So chain 1, but yeah, into that third loop. So yeah, I'll show you how to do the third row up to here, because you know we kind of did a little crazy stuff here. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this counts as like the first stitch. We're going to skip the second and go into the third with a double crochet. like that. We'll do a chain 1. We'll skip that stitch and go into the one right on top of that column. So now we're back to normal. Oopsies. There we go. So that'll be where our thumb goes. Our thumb will go right there, like that. And you can just keep building like normal. There's no other tricks, no increases or decreases, just straight down from here. So go ahead and make it as long as you want, and I'll show you when I'm done. So I finished this. Now I'm just going to end it by pulling through and cutting the yarn. And I ended up doing like 11 rows, but again, you can do like whatever you want. And then you can just go ahead and weave in the ends. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do a little bow. I'm using mohair yarn, which is like really fine yarn that's super hard to see. So I don't think it's going to be that easy to tell what I'm doing. So I'm just going to use regular yarn to show you how to do it. So you're going to make a chain of 3. So slip knot, and then 1, 2, 3. And what we're basically doing here, we're basically knitting with a crochet hook, which is a little intimidating. But yeah. So we're gonna go into that second stitch, pull through, don't do anything else. So now you have 2 loops on your hook. Go into that third stitch, grab the yarn, and don't do anything either. Now what we're gonna do, you wanna pinch these 2 so that they don't move. Remove your hook from only those 2, still keep the first one on your hook. And make sure you don't lose those 2. Then you're gonna grab the yarn, pull through the first, stick your hook in the second loop, pull through that one, go into third loop, and pull through that one. And now we're back here again. We have 3 loops again, so we're gonna repeat. Pinch numbers 3 and 2, let them go, grab the yarn to pull through the first one, stick your hook in the second, pull through the second, hook in the third, pull through the third. And you're just going to continue when you have a cord that is as long as you need it to be. And to end it, you're just going to go pull through, pull through, pull through. And then you can pull through one more time, cut it, and then your I-cord is done. Okay, so I finished making the strand, and I just tied it into a little bow. And then now I'm just gonna like sew it on to like the front of the thing with some more yarn, and then I'll be done.